We've always been in the business of encouraging people of all ages to do science in exciting ways. What's new at the Science Center is this entire first floor renovation called Science and Play.
A lot of the history of museums was a lot of content pushing, whereas with Science and Play and the way museums are heading, it's a lot more about the visitor, it's about the learner.
The philosophy of Science and Play is a very different approach. So when you come to Science and Play, you'll see there's a lot of stuff. There are big things and small things to manipulate. And we know that notion of open-ended play and loose parts play is something, again, that gives children the opportunity to problem solve, to do things in new and different ways.
We're not telling them that this is a grocery store or a hardware store. We're just saying, here's some shapes and stuff. What would you like to do with this?
Did we go shopping?
Yeah, we found a purple ball.
We did find a purple ball.
When I was a child, it was more looky and play. There was not a lot of touchy.
Making a big ball.
So I think tangible things are very exciting for her.
I think it's a wonderful place with all kinds of different experiences, hands-on activities, just all kinds of exciting new and different things that we don't have at home that he can enjoy doing and playing with, and I can interact with him, and he can meet other kids and play and have good experiences with other children as well.
A lot of this is, again, introducing an idea, a concept. In roller coasters, when you drop a ball, what's it going to do? It's going to drop. But then you ask the question, well, why did that happen? And through those questions, the student or the visitor or the child is able to respond back, well, you know, it fell to the ground, but why? And so then we're able to say, do you think maybe that's because of gravity?
Hey, where you going?
It's a process. It's a process of learning. It's asking questions. It's critical thinking. It's problem solving. Science and Play is really the basics of the science and engineering practices.
The water's fun because it's new, and new stuff is cool.
It just gets their brain thinking outside of the box about, instead of creating problems, how to create solutions. They go home and start creating things. You know, it's not uncommon for them to pull out their blocks and start building something, and I think that has a lot to do with what they see here. They try to replicate that at home.
Where I see the click, that moment, is with adults. It's that moment of, oh, cardboard boxes. I get it. My kid wants to play with a cardboard box, not with the toy that makes lots of noise that's inside of it.
What's the first thing that you want to do every time you come here?
I want to get to the science room.
Why?
Because they have science.
She was all raring to go, knew she was going to come, and I said, Brinley, are you ready? And she said, let's go to the Science Center. When you are young, you learn just naturally, and you play and experiment. You have no fear. You haven't been told, no, you're wrong. And so that opens up the world.
Yeah, let's get our mail on.
There are ways to play, learn, and even do science in your everyday world.
What are they wanting to learn about? How can we encourage that process? So that's a really big push, not for just museums, but especially for Science and Play. It's all about that student. What is it that they need for their experience? And of course, that translates into what does that student need to be kindergarten ready?